Family, what's good? What's good? I hope all is well. If it's not, keep the hope alive. And here we are. We working, y'all. Done been to the bottom. I mean, I done almost been to the top in different ways, if you will. Just so blessed, and due to my relationship with alcohol, saw the bottom. I mean, the bottom can keep going down and down and down. I guess the real bottom is when the casket drop, right? Or the ashes fly, one or the other. But in any event, I am tired. Not even tired, just want to rest, you know what I mean? Get a quick reset. Um, and this was going to be short form for sure. There's a guy I like online. I like him a lot. Very wise man. His name's Myron Golden. And I hope that when I name drop, I don't distract you guys and, send you in all these different directions. But hey, it's early on. We're not tripping on nothing. Excuse me, please. Excuse me. Oof. Um, I remember I had a coach, my freshman football coach, Coach Cubic. If you yawn and around him, ooh. He said, yawn is contagious. Don't do it around me or any other players. But Myron has this. He says this. He has this saying, and it's so true when you think about your life. It says that disruption follows intention, right? And when I think of it, he can explain it 100 times better than me, obviously. But like, when you have an intention, things are gonna get in your way to get to that intention, right? And that's the disruption. Well, I just wanted to share something quick with you. You all know, and if you don't know, you'll get to know, and I'll share more as we continue very early on in launching Trauma Drinker, and very early on in my recovery from alcohol, and more so importantly, my childhood trauma, right? Healing that inner child, et cetera, healing the body, and from what I'm seeing, it's an ongoing process, you know. But let me get to the point. Today, a good buddy of mine's, older guys, boy, what is it? That is, I don't, yeah, a good buddy of mine. We're getting ready to. He gets cut up from work. He leaves work about 1 or 2. I leave at about allegedly 3 or 4, 4 or 5. It just depends how traffic is. Who called off, who wants to go home. Different variables. So my boy comes over to me and he's like, "We going over to East Chicago today?" I said, "What?" East Chicago is where a casino is. And even though it's called East Chicago, it's actually a town in West Indiana, if that makes any sense. All right, it's on the east side of on the eastern border of Illinois slash Chicago, and really on the western border of Indiana. But hey, call East Chicago. Okay. I wasn't doing it that much. I promise I wasn't. Yeah. Mm-mm. So anyway, although right now I'm 5 days sober, about to be 6 here in a few hours. That's hooray, hooray. It's like your body just feels peaceful. Remember the inflammation I was telling you about that I still haven't booked a doctor's appointment to go see my general practitioner, but we're gonna get there. I'm not gonna, though you eat an elephant is one bite at a time, right? I have this all or nothing mentality that I'm working on, which leads to perfectionism, which doesn't exist, which leads to inactivity, which leads to no results. So, I actually thought about going. And the reason I thought about going is because work was slow. It was slow for a Sunday. I think, Christmas just passed. I don't know if the elections have anything to do with it. But I was thinking, like, now I didn't have any money on me because I make cash at work. So I tend to, every night, I put the cash away and I go to work with a card. And the card that I had on me is kind of an emergency card, so I would have to go through a lot to get funds on it. But I'm like, let's just go up there with the little money that we have. Yeah. And I snapped out of it. disruption follows intention. Nobody hasn't asked me that in a while. And all of a sudden, and if you don't know, this is technically the first week of the year, December 29th. Some people say the week starts on a Monday, Sunday, again, tomato, 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 mum. I say Sunday. And in that case, this is the first week of 52 weeks in 2025. All right, it's like the end of one, the beginning of another. And it was just like, like you know how when you're indulging in something, that it's not there. You have to have to pay for it or go and get it. And when you stop or you uh, can uh, can stop for a while, for lack of a better term, it's like then your buddy calls up or your somebody or anybody just calls you up and offers it to you. Right? When you're indulging in chocolate, you gotta buy your own chocolate bars. The moment you stop or refrain from the refined sugars, the fructose, etc., now it's everywhere for free. Disruption follows intention. That's a big one because as I look at the alcohol experiment, if you all don't know what that is, I did an experiment for about 20 months where I studied my drinking patterns and habits and etc. And as I make this video and upload it, right after I'm done, I'm actually dissecting that experiment, and I plan to turn it into some powerful form of content that will help many people. And one of the longest streak that I had was 73 days sober. That's actually the longest since I started drinking, let alone just this. I'm using it. This device kind of sucks, but we're just working with what we got. Excuse me. Wow, I'm all over the place, guys. Moving my camera, gonna make somebody dizzy out there. Sorry. My apologies. He's gonna drive, but he's a gambling man. So, he's got rewards. We can go eat out, whatever. I just said, we're here to make money. Let's make our money. Let's stick to our plan and let the casino and my buddy, if you will, if he wants to indulge, I'm no one to judge. I would. He knows. Like, we don't have to say anything about the casino. What if I'll keep doing that? Well, it's the moment I stop recording, I'll stop yawning. But hey, it's just the beginning. I'm not here to be perfect. If anything, just even for myself, just create something. I didn't know what I was going to talk about, what, where, how. But that stuck with me for today. Now, I bet you if I wanted to go to the casino, it would have been different. He wouldn't be going. He'd be going to his mom's, and now I'm on the bus, or I'm in an Uber trying to get to a freaking casino. But then when I'm resisting it, it's right there on me for me in a platter. Listen, y'all, we have to want it bad, really, really bad. These boys are not playing, and these boys is life. I'm almost falling asleep on the video. I'm talking about these boys. But seriously, the game of life. Life be life, and as they say. So let's stay hungry, and more importantly than stay hungry, let's stay committed to a plan. Like a full out detailed structured plan. I don't know how long it'll take you to do it. I'll let you know how long it took me once I get more data back. But for now, I love y'all. I really do appreciate you for watching. If you need anything, find me. Find me. I'm not hard to find on the internet. So I'm gonna check out with this one. You all have a great, safe night. Later.